Hello, today I'm back down in the Mitre. I'm currently all on my own down in the Norman Vault, which used to be the staff room for the Mitre Hotel and Pub. Now the other week, or the other day, I got sent a crudely drawn map supposedly showing where there was an extra tunnel off of these tunnels. We get lots of these sort of information and they don't always turn out to be true. Thankfully, I think this one is. Now, there's a bit of an urgent legend in Oxford, and it's to do with the Mitre and a tunnel that went from the Mitre underneath High Street. And within this tunnel, there's supposedly some priests bricked up. When I was down here last time, we couldn't find any tunnel that went underneath High Street. Now, thanks to this map, we're going to go on a journey together. And from what I can see, I haven't been in there yet because I thought I'd save it. I think we may have found the tunnel, or at least a tunnel that goes further underneath High Street than what is documented or from what I know. So I'm going to turn the camera around, I'm going to show you the map, and then we're going to follow it together and hopefully find the bricked up tunnel. It may well be nothing, it may well be something, but let's go and see. Okay, as I said, I'm down in the beautiful Norman Vault, which we know was the Monk's Retreat, or a bar back in the day called the Monk's Retreat. Now, this is where a lot of priests would do their priest work, but obviously during different times through history, depending on what faction of Christianity you followed, you were persecuted. So there was often tunnels and bolt holes for the priests to escape. So hopefully what we find today is one of those. But as I said, I haven't been in there yet, so we're going to go together. So thanks to Andres, one of watcher of one of my videos, he sent me this map. Now we're currently in the staff room. We're going to walk past the entrance that goes up to the Mitre pub, past the workshop, the Beer Cellar, which is to the side. So I can't hold everything together. So High Street runs down the side of the Beer Cellar, and I'll show you that quickly to show you how deep this extra tunnel goes. Okay, so excuse it, it's very wet down here because of the rain. Okay, so we're going through the Norman tunnels and we get into the Beer Cellar. So now this is where it gets slightly interesting. So this is the Beer Cellar, and that there, as you know from my previous video, goes up to High Street. So High Street is currently about 8 foot from where I'm standing. Now, this is a retaining wall. So this is the wall we got to before that we figured there couldn't be any tunnels that went under High Street because we couldn't find them. Now, just adjust everything up. Okay, so if we go through here. Now on the map, we are currently at the Beer Cellar there, and we are going to snake through this little room and hopefully end up in this room here, where we had a choice of the left-hand door and the right-hand door. Now, so, as I said, if you look at the distance, there's the Beer Cellar, and obviously the left is High Street. So that would make this wall in front of me the wall that leads up to High Street. So as we go into the right, into this room here, we are obviously now possibly underneath High Street, or at least up to where the area that they dropped the kegs down was. Okay, so I'll just readjust my camera. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So there we have a passage blocked, which would be, on our drawing, the left-hand door. So that left-hand door there. Now, what we were looking for is the right-hand door, which I have found behind a panel. So we're now all going to go in there. So this door, look, goes down, and this tunnel has got to be under High Street. Now, hopefully, if I can squeeze my way in there. Now, I am in this tunnel on my own, so if you see anything, please just point it out on Facebook. Look at this. No one's been down here for many, many moons. Now, okay, so this is obviously a load of racking. Now you can see where the walls have been tanked out, but this, I mean, it is quite big block work. It doesn't look Victorian. I have to be careful because this floor may go through. Ooh. So you can see here that this is not Victorian block work. I mean, it is quite uniform, and considering that the plaster is crumbling off the ceiling and that brick is perfect, it goes to show you how well they built things back in the day. So we've got all this old racking. Oh, what was that? Yeah. Oh, bugger. This is the risks I take for you to film things. Okay, I'm going to try and stand on all the supports. Now, I cannot see anywhere that this was bricked up. It all seems to be tanked. So, I don't know. Oh, I really hope I don't fall through this floor. My goodness. I cannot see anywhere, so that's me looking behind this blown out bit of plaster. And without taking it all off, and good job I'm wearing my hard hat today, I cannot see. But one thing I will say is I am definitely under High Street right now. Now, whether this vault continued on through the end of that wall, which isn't unlikely, but unfortunately, due to the plastering on the walls, I'll never be able to tell if it was bricked up. So it's a very big shame. Now, anyone that used to work here might be able to tell me what this room was used for. Have we got any dates on there? I mean, that says 91. Ooh. That says 1991 on it. So I would assume that there is people, as with the gentleman that Andres, who sent me the map, that have been down here and when it was in a bit of a better state. I mean, to be honest with you, it does make me wonder what's on the other side, through the left-hand door. But without me taking that panel off, I will never know. Just seeing what other remnants we got down here. We've got an old Pepsi box, and like I say, a load of old racking. There's obviously a chiller unit at some point. It's probably whilst it was all plastered out, and obviously we've got the air or the ductwork that comes through. But yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to tell. These are very old blocks. You know, they're really big, sturdy steps. So again, I would say that this is probably a Norman era vault. Well, I mean, as I say, I'll have to check on some historical records, but being that no one knew that this was here for a long time. And you can see that red brick, that's obviously Victorian or thereabouts, but it doesn't give me any indication. I doubt that they would have built this storeroom underneath High Street had it not been here originally. When you think of the undertaking it would have been to create this storeroom that has been locked away for quite a few years. I mean, 1991 now is what, 30 years almost, 29 years? So potentially for 29 years this room has been locked up, and I'm the first one in here for a very long time. It's a shame really, because it's quite a decent sized room, so I don't see why they didn't get it tanked out again. Couldn't be used. I'm just seeing if I can see some old screws there. I can't hear any traffic going across from High Street, so again, I'd like to think that it was quite a decent roof above me. But there we go. We can make up your own minds. But it is a tunnel that wasn't documented and all known about by the Mitre. Otherwise, I'm sure it would have been on the plans. So, yeah, sorry it was a bit not as eventful as I was hoping, but to be fair, I enjoy finding these old vaults, no matter whether they were old tunnels for priests or whether they were old storerooms. So there we go. I may or may not found the tunnel where the priests were blocked up in. As I say, that straight at the end there, that wall would go straight across High Street. So if there was ever going to be a tunnel, it would probably been off of this, unless it's behind the retaining wall in the beer cellar. Obviously that's been strengthened over the years to take the weight of the road off of High Street. If I can, I don't think it will be today or on this video, I may well try and get into the left-hand door. But as you can imagine, it wasn't easy getting in here. But thank you to everyone that watches the videos, and thank you to everyone that gives me the little nuggets of information that I can go and follow. So if you've got any nugget of information or any myth or any legend of Oxford, just send it me and I will probably go and have a route around to try and find it. If you've enjoyed this video, again, try and watch it on YouTube. They're much better quality. Like and subscribe, and then it helped me get on my way to doing more of these explorations. Thank you. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you again soon. So, in conclusion, I'll put a photograph up now, and it will show you that the size of that chamber that I found. Remembering I went down a second set of steps, I was already in the Norman vaults, so I was already one level down, because you go down quite a decent set of stairs down into the basement. So if you can imagine, I'm already 10 foot down below the ground when I'm in the Norman vaults, and then when I found that room, it's another, I don't know, 8 foot down or something like that, 6 foot down maybe. So I'm really low down below High Street. The first photo I put up will show you that the length of the that room that I found was 5 meters 30 or 5 meters 20, something like that. So the second photo I'll put up this very second is showing you exactly where I'm stood on High Street, having measured the 5 meters 30 from the edge of the pavement. We took a measurement from how far the wine cellar is, and then obviously measured it out onto High Street. Now it goes pretty much at least 2/3 across High Street. If there was ever going to be a tunnel that had people bricked up in, it would probably be that one, and it does aim towards the ivy. So I have heard before that there's Norman vaults underneath the ivy, what used to be the bank, which were the bank vaults, and they would probably back on to that tunnel that is underneath the Mitre. You can make your own conclusions, but I'm pretty certain today we have found the mythical tunnel that the priests were bricked up in. We couldn't find where it was bricked up because obviously it was plastered. So like I said, make your own conclusions, but it's been a very eventful day and I'm glad you come on this mission with me. I hope you enjoyed it.